Hey guys, so today let's talk about a problem a lot of beginners snowboarders run into, and that's basically going in a straight line. So one of the biggest things with going in a straight line is people think that if you're going in a straight line on a snowboard, you have to be on a flat base, and that's actually not true. A lot of the times when you see a lot of the more experienced snowboarders riding in a straight line, they're not actually on a flat base, and that's the trick that most people don't realize. So basically, let's start with the most common example, I guess. When you're on a cat track, one of those skinny little paths that you snowboard down in between runs, and you're trying to go straight, the trick is you aren't actually going straight. You want a tiny bit of toe edge. And the reason for that is if you're going on a flat base and just going in a straight line, that may be fine if it's like a powder day or something like that, but if it's not the best powder conditions, I guess, you're going to run into ruts, you're going to run into uneven surfaces. There's all sorts of things that can throw you off balance, and if you're on a flat base and going in a straight line, that means you don't have pressure on either edge. And anytime you don't have pressure on one of your edges, it means that if you get thrown off balance, you're gonna catch an edge and suddenly crash maybe. So that's why a lot of people, when they go in a straight line, they aren't actually on a flat base. So basically it just means that you can go in a straight line, but you don't have to be on a flat base. Have a tiny little bit of toe edge, and not enough to make you turn toe side, but just enough that you're sort of just applying a little bit of pressure on your toes. And so you're still going in a straight line, but you have that pressure in your toes. So technically you're riding on your toe edge while going in a straight line. And another place this applies to is on jumps as well. So the first time you learn to hit jumps, you're going to be riding off in a straight line. And people make the mistake of riding off jumps completely on a flat base, and in a lot of the times when you leave the jump and you're on a flat base, it can send you off in a random direction and you end up unbalanced in the air. And that's why in this case, you also want to apply that little bit of toe edge, because it just means you can pop, and pop's a whole different topic that I won't get into here. I'll attach links in this video somewhere on one of the sides or something like that. But yeah, if you're on a toe edge a little bit, you can pop, you can control your balance, you can make sure you have even pressure on both feet better. But if you're on a flat base, it's easy when you're going up the jump to lose balance due to the pressure of the curve of the jump or something throwing you off balance. So yeah, you always want a little tiny little bit of toe edge pressure when you're riding down on a jump or riding in a straight line, something like that. So very rarely do I actually ride in a straight line without any pressure on my toe edge. The only thing I can think of off the top of my head is if it's basically perfect conditions and I know I'm not going to catch an edge riding on a flat base, then I'll ride on a flat base. Or if it's powder, then you know you're not going to catch an edge if you're riding on a flat base. So outside of those situations, most of the times when you're riding on a flat base, you want a little tiny little bit of toe edge pressure, just to stop you from catching an edge and crashing or getting thrown off balance. Alright, so if you like these sorts of videos, feel free to subscribe to the channel, and if you want more snowboard tips and advice that I don't share on YouTube, feel free to subscribe to my free newsletter. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video.